college students, such as ourselves, the word internship comes up frequently. The opportunity for work experience and to see how one's major is applied in a work environment can be very valuable. However, one large factor should play into the final decision of whether or not to take an internship, and that is pay. Today, I would like to prove to you why paid internships are better for the student by looking at the benefits of paid internships, the drawbacks of unpaid internships, and common misconceptions about unpaid internships. The first and most obvious benefit of a paid internship is that you'll have a steady income. In an economy where college costs and tuition rise every year, money and being able to save up for the next semester can be very important. If this internship requires you to relocate, the money that you receive will allow you to pay for your rent, utilities, your food, and your gas. And even after paying all of those expenses, you can usually save up a significant amount of money to help you pay for the next semester. Secondly, if you are paid, it's statistically shown that you're more likely to take interest in your work. An article from USA News cites that around 3/4 of all college students will go through an internship experience at some point in their years pursuing a degree. The article suggests that those who are paid more will take more interest in their work and have more to gain from it. In turn, this allows for a better understanding of not only your job at that internship, but also your major in the field and the furthering of your overall knowledge. Next, I would like to look at why unpaid internships can be harmful. First, there's the antithesis of the first point, where if you do have to go somewhere else, the expenses will build up. If you can't pay to live somewhere, you won't be able to get an internship there. And because of that, you can actually limit yourself to a much smaller number of internships than what might be out there. For example, an article from BBC News reports that the Reading Football Club, which is a soccer team located in the UK, was seeking interns to work unpaid last summer for an entire year at their stadium. Unless you could fiscally support yourself while working unpaid for an entire year, such an opportunity would not be available to you. Next, there is also the fact that unpaid interns are less likely to be employed by the company in the future. In a study conducted by the National Association of Colleges and Employers, 63% of paid interns received job offers upon graduating from college. However, only 37% of unpaid interns received job offers. I believe that this gap exists because when companies pay interns, they want them to benefit the company, and therefore they take their internships more seriously. If a person is unpaid, then everything that they do for the company is automatically a benefit, and therefore the intern won't be taken as seriously. This shows that there can be some serious downsides to taking an unpaid internship. Next, I would like to look at some counter-arguments that are commonly used to justify unpaid internships. One of the most common rebuttals is that students who take unpaid internships are more likely to get a job after graduating. Technically speaking, this is true, but it's also incredibly misleading. Going back to the study from the National Association of Colleges and Employers, 35% of graduates got a job offer, while only 37% of those who took an unpaid internship got a job offer. That's a 2% increase for working hundreds of unpaid hours, which in my personal opinion does not seem like a good deal. The other common argument is that those who take an unpaid internship will have a better resume and therefore get a higher pay in the future. This is completely false. The same study cites that on average, a paid internship will have $15,000 per year more than one that does not have an unpaid internship. And I have a few graphs. Ignore the color discolorations, that's a printer error. And on that graph, you'll also notice that people who did not take an internship at all made roughly $1,300 more per year than those who took an unpaid internship. This is clear evidence that those who work at unpaid internships aren't even much better off than those who didn't work at all. So in conclusion, internships can be helpful to a college student's developing career. By gaining experience through the field and by learning how your major is applied, you can gain valuable experience that will stay with you for the future. However, there is even more to be gained by those who take paid internships. By showing you the advantages of paid internships, as well as the drawbacks and misconceptions of unpaid internships, I hope that you'll see that paid internships truly have more to offer. Thank you.